Hello dear students, I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to continue the rest part of the topic, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. As in the previous part, we read about the childhood of Ustad Bismillah Khan and his passion and talent of playing Shehnai. Today we will come to know about other things related to his life. So let's start. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. So, Bismillah Khan was a very talented Shehnai player and he performed at many places in India as well as in other countries. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Zahir Shah was so taken in by the maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. Souvenirs means mementos, and priceless means valuable, and taken in means attracted by. So, his first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, and the king of Afghanistan was so impressed with the talent of Bismillah Khan that he presented him with valuable Persian carpets and other mementos. The king of Afghanistan was not the only one to be fascinated with Bismillah's music. Film director Vijay Bhatt was also impressed after hearing Bismillah's play at a festival, and he named a film after the instrument called Goonj Uthi Shehnai. So, the king of Afghanistan was not only one to be attracted by his performance. Film director Vijay Bhatt was also charmed by Bismillah's talent, and he named a film after the instrument that he played and named it as Goonj Uthi Shehnai. The film was a hit, and one of the Bismillah Khan's compositions, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turned out to be a nationwide chartbuster. So the film was a hit. There was a song in this movie, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya. This song was composed by Ustad Bismillah Khan and became a record breaker. Chartbuster means a record breaker, or you can say that it broke all the records. Despite this huge success in the celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's ventures in film music were limited to two: Vijay Bhatt's Goonj Uthi Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas' Kannada venture Sanadhi Apanna. So, celluloid means old-fashioned way of referring to films, and venture means a project. So, although this song was a chartbuster, Bismillah Khan got a lot of success because of this film. But he composed music for only two films. The name of these movies were Goonj Uthi Shehnai, made by Vijay Bhatt, and a Kannada movie made by Vikram Srinivas called Sanadhi Apanna. I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world, he says with emphasis. Emphasis means to lay stress on something. Regarding this, Ustad Bismillah Khan would say that he didn't like the artificial world of films and the glamour that was there in the film world. That's why he didn't compose music for many movies. Awards and recognition came thick and fast. Thick and fast means to gain a lot of awards. So Bismillah Khan got a lot of fame and was honored with many awards for his performance. Bismillah Khan became a first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Central Hall in the United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festival, and in the Osaka Trade Fair. So, he performed in United States of America at the Lincoln Central Hall, and he performed in Montreal, that is in Canada, in the World Exposition. He performed at the Cannes Art Festival, and he also performed in Japan at the Osaka Trade Fair. Then, so well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, Tahar Mozik Ustad Bismillah Khan. Tehran is located in Iran. Bismillah Khan was so famous all over the world that in Tehran an auditorium means a place for the audience, has been named after him. National awards like the Padam Shri, the Padam Bhushan and Padam Vibhushan were conferred on him. Conferred means to give. Ustad Bismillah Khan has been awarded with the national awards also like the Padam Shri, the Padam Bhushan and the Padam Vibhushan. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. With the coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with rare happiness, he said, "All I would like to say is teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition, and the West is now coming to learn our music." Coveted means much desired. So when Ustad Bismillah Khan received India's highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, in the year 2001, his eyes were shining. He was very happy because his hard work had been recognized, and he gave an important message to the country that he told the Indians to teach music to their children because music is the richest tradition of the India. He said that even the Western countries wanted to learn Indian music, so we also motivate our children to learn music. Then, in spite of having traveled all over the world, Khan Saab, as he fondly called, is exceedingly fond of Benares and Dumrao, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. Although Ustad Bismillah Khan had travelled all over the world, he was given so much respect and recognition also. He remained rooted. Benares, where he learned music, and Dumrao, where he was born and brought up, were the two most wonderful towns of the world for him. He was so down to earth that although he had travelled all over the world, still he was attached to his birthplace. Now, a student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in the USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Benares by replicating the temples there. Replicating means to make a copy of something. There was a student of Ustad Bismillah Khan, and he wanted him to set up a Shehnai school in USA. He promised that he would recreate the temple of Benares and in America for Ustad Bismillah Khan, as he would miss it. Now, but Khan Saab asked him if he would be able to transport river Ganga as well. Later, he is remembered to have said, "That is why whenever I am in foreign country, I keep yearning to see Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think of only Benares and the holy Ganga. And while in Benares, I miss the unique mutt of Dumrao." And this mutt was in the temple of Bihariji, where he used to sing the Chaita. So he said, when the student offered him to come to USA and be a head of Shehnai school, he told him that it's okay that if you recreate the environment of Benares there in USA, but would you also be able to transport the river Ganga to America? The student was speechless. So he only wanted to say that he couldn't leave India. He was attached not only to the temples of Benares but also to the holy river Ganga. Ustad Bismillah Khan said that whenever he visited any foreign country, he longed to see India. He wanted to return India, and then he says that when he was in India, means in Mumbai, he longed to visit Benares and the Ganga river. And when he was in Benares, he missed his birthplace Dumrao and the Matha, where he sang Chaita and was rewarded with a laddu of 1.25 kg by the local Maharaja. So by this we come to know that he was very rooted, means he was attached to his roots. Now there is an extract of the interview taken by Shekhar Gupta. The dialogues are like that: "When partition happened, didn't you and your family think of moving to Pakistan?" Bismillah Khan said, "God forbid. Me? Leave Benares? Never. I went to Pakistan once. I crossed the border just to say I have been to Pakistan. I was there for about an hour. I said namaskar to the Pakistanis and salam alaikum to the Indians. I had a good laugh. So here is an extract of the interview of Ustad Bismillah Khan taken by Shekhar Gupta. He asked him, as he was a Muslim, so didn't he and his family think about to leave India and move to Pakistan? He replied that he was so attached to Benares that he couldn't leave it. He visited Pakistan only for once and remained there for about an hour. He greeted the Pakistanis by saying Namaskar and Salam Alaikum to Indians. So it shows that he didn't differentiate it between India and Pakistan, and he wanted to teach same thing to the people also by his behavior. So now Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India, one that effortlessly accepts that a devout Muslim like him can very naturally play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. Here the writer says that Ustad Bismillah Khan was a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India. His work was beyond the religious barriers. Although he was a strict Muslim, he followed the Muslim laws, but every morning he would play the Shehnai at the Kashi Vishwanath temple, which was a Hindu temple. This shows that he didn't have the barriers of religion in his mind. He was a true Indian. He considered music to be India's richest cultural heritage. Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on 21st August 2006 at the age of 90 after a prolonged illness. It was given a state funeral, and the government of India declared one day of national mourning. Prolonged means that continues for a long time. So Ustad Bismillah Khan had been ill for a long time, and he died on 21st August 2006 at the age of 19. The entire country mourned the death of the legendary musician. There was a holiday for one day as he was given a state funeral because entire country was grieving at the death of a true Indian. So children, with this the chapter comes to an end. I hope it is clear to all of you. Thank you. Have a nice day.